Dear Mr. Cutler, while warming up for your November 7th, 2010 game against the Bills in Toronto, you asked, what is so good about Canada? That is a fair question, one that we Canadians ask ourselves from time to time. Now, I am neither qualified nor authorized to answer your question, Mr. Cutler, but I thought I'd share one man's perspective on the country that you were so eager to leave. I'm sure you've heard about the United Nations surveys citing Canada as the best place to live. These mean little to us, Mr. Cutler. Contrary to what you saw at the Olympics in Vancouver, we are not a nation of flag wavers. Indeed, when we see an oversized maple leaf flying outside an establishment, we smile to ourselves, knowing that the place is almost certainly foreign-owned. That's okay. We Canadians have witnessed the effects of unchecked nationalistic fervor. When it threatened freedom in 1915 and again in 1939, we didn't wait 2 years to be attacked, Mr. Cutler. We rose, we fought, and we paid a terrible price. We commemorate that sacrifice on November 11th each year, the same day as you, Mr. Cutler, the same day I saw your remarks on my television. You see, this isn't just history to us, Mr. Cutler. Every day, in every city and town, we walk among the rows of tiny houses built for the wives and families of men who rest elsewhere. You and your teammate mentioned that Canada has universal health care, just as the U.S. has capital punishment. For what it's worth, National Health Service does nothing to distinguish us from developed nations other than yours. You mentioned the fact that wealthier Canadians are asked to pay higher taxes than their U.S. counterparts, including you, Mr. Cutler. That's true. But we don't do this because we are socialist. Most of us aren't. The reason is much simpler. We tax the wealthy because, to quote your Willie Sutton, that's where the money is. You know, I like to think we get good value for our tax dollars, Mr. Cutler. They support our infrastructure, including, among many other things, a floodway that is one of only 2 man-made structures visible from the moon. Our taxes support urban rescue units, including the one from Vancouver that was the first crew on the ground after Katrina. We have discovered that government funding of our hospitals has benefits well beyond our citizenry and border, Mr. Cutler. A local hospital research team recently mapped the genome for the swine flu, leading to a vaccine against that epidemic. Our taxes have, until recently at least, paid for an education system that taught our children to speak 2 languages well rather than 1 language poorly. This has had far-reaching consequences, indirectly explaining why you, Mr. Cutler, don't sound like your grandparents. Our support for education extends to university research. A distant relative of mine once worked on just such a project. He and his team discovered insulin, an advance that saves hundreds of millions of lives each and every day, including yours, Mr. Cutler.